I'm back. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to clog up your timelines with so many videos, but I had a lot to report on today. It's now 2:39 p.m. And so, dang, that guy had to have been either a zombie or demon possessed. I'll say both. So he just like in the middle of my video randomly came up in there and I showed y'all what happened. I mean, I stopped the other video and then flipped the camera to show his face. And then, I guess he blocked the chair and then left out. And so I had to move the chair and get out. And so I went and told the library staff. They heard been called a security guard. I'm surprised that the staff and the security guard had my back this time. Thanks. I love y'all for that. So I went back in there to try to get my stuff after I came and try to report him. And that's the same guy that was in the thumbnail of my gang stalking perp walk part 1 of today's gang stalking perp walk part 1. I put a comment at the exact spot that you will see him at 9 minutes and 47 seconds. And so that's the exact same bastard that was in the thumbnail of that other video. So I kept hollering and screaming. I ran. I was panicky and I ran. And I don't know what he was going to do to me. So the security guard tried to get him to leave. And he's like, well, we got one or two choices. You can either leave now or, I forgot whether he said he was going to call the police or something. I don't know. But that guy, he refused to leave. So eventually they just told me to switch rooms and come up in here. So, well, I guess the other people must have left just that quick. And the other people who were in here, they must have left just that quick. And so the guy refused to leave. And so he tried to be challenging to the security guard and be like, well, I have every right to be in here. How come she can be in here and I can't be in here? I got every right to be in here. They got 4 chairs up in here. So I have every right. And the security guard was like, no, you have to reserve a room. She reserved a room. So you can't be in here while she's in here. Oh, yes, I defending his, so-called right. So it's like him acting like he knew what he was doing. And then one of the other ladies, she said, well, he's off his meds and stuff like that. Nah, ain't got nothing. It's a spiritual thing. It ain't about you being off your meds. He probably taking the dog on this. He's freaking possessed. Y'all talk about me being demonic and possessed. So he's freaking possessed. Purping with the faded red shirt. And so he's like, they got 4 chairs up in here. Why I can't be in here? I got every right to be up in here. You know what you're doing. So then he sat up in there for a while. And he left about 10 minutes ago. So a good thing I wasn't still sleeping when he came up in here. I was in the middle of doing a video and he just randomly, came up in here. I mean, he been, I guess, following me around all day. I think I saw him the other day too. And I got him mixed up with the perp, with the red tank top and guitar and skateboard, with the other homeless perp that followed me around on a skateboard downtown, and he tried to bump into me on purpose. Tried to bump into me on purpose the other day. So I'm kind of shooken up right now. I got to pee so bad. But yeah. So I mean, I try to come here. I mean, when I don't like this library anyway, but when I do come, when I do come, I be trying to get some privacy and away from everybody, get me some peace and quiet, trying to clear my mind, try to stay out of trouble. And, as I said, like, if I'm out and sitting at those open tables out there, those homeless men be trying to sexually harass me and stuff. And so I come over here to try to stay away from trouble. And you know, so I mean, this is my documentation. I mean, he was a perp. He knew what he was doing, and he tried to play it off like he's, mental and stuff like that. So it's like these perps, these demon possessed perps, they like to freaking try to mock mental illness and stuff like that when they're acting, but at the same time they be dangerous, and and for so many people to be like, these perps ain't gonna put their hands on you. These perps, they just trying to get underneath your skin. They just trying to scare you. Now, perps have hurt targeted individuals. They have assaulted us. They have sexually assaulted us. They have raped us. They have put their hands on us. They beat us. Call us names. They sabotage us. They're devils, so they do any and everything. They have sacrificed targets, killed us. I mean, they had a professed targeted individual. She was a transgender lesbian she still had a female voice. And I think she had long dreads. And she identified with being transgender, female to male transgender. And she was trying to say she was being harassed by the police. And so she showed like the meat hanging out of her mouth and like very busted lips, saying that the gang stalking police officer had bust her lip and stuff like that. So I don't know what happened to her or her channel, but I think I saw that video about 3 years ago. So, and then like targeted individuals get it the worst with police brutality. That's why people be trying to say, if you got a family member, it's best to not try to call the police over them. Police on them, especially for some petty shit. For some petty. Sorry, I shouldn't curse. Some petty stuff. So some petty stuff. So, like you call the police on your family member because over something really small, because you mad because they ate the last of the box of cereal or something like that. Then they get into an argument and escalate to somebody calling the police on somebody in the family, and then next thing you know, then they get the freaking brutal beat down to the point where you trying to be like, oh, she's crazy, lock her up, she's crazy, and then next thing you know, boom, you get shot and killed by the police, or you get taken into custody and then you die in jail or prison, or die in the mental hospital, and then people will be like, oh yeah, well Willie Blood sacrificed Sabrina. Willie Blood sacrificed his sister Sabrina, or something like that. Oh yeah, you heard Sabrina got shot and killed by the police, and her and her brother Willie, they were arguing over something, some bullshit with her, so they were arguing over something stupid. Sorry, that slipped again. So yeah, I mean, everybody's saying be careful. Nowadays, everybody's saying be careful with the increase of demon possessed zombies. But you gotta watch out for religious narcissists, because they'll smear campaign and lie and say you're the demon possessed person. So I'm gonna try to get myself together. And so well, I guess I'm gonna skip lunch today. I'm gonna try to be less of a burden on people and just skip lunch today. I'm gonna just skip lunch today. Some water to drink would be nice, but I'm gonna skip lunch today. I don't know how much money I have now, but maybe it's a little over 10, probably 11 or 12, maybe $13 that I have now. So, and I don't know where I'm going to go and eat at later on, but I want some water right now. They got water fountains around here, but now feeling the need to extra guard this spot. But I don't know if he left the library or not. I'm that creepy weirdo. I don't know if he left the library or not. But I gotta pee. Kind of the urgency is kind of strong. I gotta go pee. But I don't but um I mean I just let y'all know the aftermath of what happened. And they were like, "Come on, Candy, get out the room." I'm like, "Okay, I'm coming." I started to get clumsy, and my phone's dropped. This part of the MP3 player that I have with the earbuds, um, this had fell and stuff like that. So yeah, these earbuds right here, they're Skull Candy earbuds. I had these from last year, $7.99 a pair, and so I stocked up on probably about 20 pairs. And for my MP3 player and to block out loud noise and stuff, or distractions and stuff while I'm trying to concentrate or whatever. So yeah, that's some wild stuff. He just randomly came up like, "Oh hell no, you getting the hell out of here." But if he would have put his hands on me, you know, I would have tried to defend myself. So it's very hard because a man is usually a whole lot stronger than a woman, you know. But I wanted to say that a couple more things. Like yesterday, I think yesterday and the last time it happened very mildly, but it was a little more intense yesterday when I took a shower and they were squeezing my organs. Like, so, so that was a point in time, like in January, I had video footage where I couldn't, like for those few months, I couldn't bend down at all. And it had make me feel like my organs were about to burst. And when I got to Trisha's house, that was one of the reasons why I couldn't get to take showers that much. I mean, but back in January, I went to try to in January, I went to in January I went to just simply change clothes. I didn't even take a shower. I just changed clothes, and I had the video footage of them squeezing my organ. I mean, of me talking about and them squeezing my organs. And it's the electronic harassment because after the video was over, the pain stopped. So also when I was working at the schools and trying to clean the urinals, I had to bend all the way down and get all the trash and clean the male urinals in the boys' bathrooms and at the schools. And sometimes it would happen. Sometimes, not every day, but sometimes they would squeeze my organs. So it's traumatizing and scary. Like as if with the bath thing, like you bastards act like y'all want me to learn my lesson from ever trying to take a bath again, but y'all be the first ones to say, "Oh, you nasty, you stink, you dirty," whatever. I be trying to be clean, just like the bus driver sabotaged my the gang stalking narcissistic bully bus driver sabotaged my transportation on purpose so that I couldn't get showers every day. I'm technically not even supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to be, well, I could have had a shower earlier, but I don't have any money. And then, well, earlier this morning I didn't have any money, but I had 72 cents and then I quickly got $8. And so I think I got like 12 now. So I guess I'll save the 12 for dinner. And then, yes, another cycle of start off tomorrow being broke with no money. But I'm going to try to work for something, doing some writing assignment, well, with the blog post, I have the donation button on my blog, and I have all my information in the description box of the videos. So in the donation, I have the donation button on my blog. Plus, I have my Ko-fi, my PayPal, Cash App, the Go Get Funding, which is GoFundMe Alternative, that fundraiser. And so, my Ko-fi is like a Patreon alternative, or an alternative to buy me a coffee and Patreon. So I haven't had any donations since May or June from with the Ko-fi. Despite, I mean, I did some writing since then. So I'm gonna try to work on a short story, at least one short story, um, like after this video. I'm gonna try to work on a short story, and then afterwards, I mean after the short story, after the short story, then I can try to show it to y'all. And if, I mean, I'm going to try my best, but as I said, I'm not following the mainstream special kind of formula for expert writing or professional writing. I'm just getting my ideas, just sharing my ideas, creative ideas with you know, with my subscribers, supporters, or whatever. But the haters, they think they're entitled. They delusionally believe that they're entitled to try to say something abusive or offensive and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna do some nonfiction writing as well as nonfiction writing as well uh, as the some nonfiction writing as well as the fiction. But all day today, my entire lower back plus the sides of my hips all hurt.